we got some major injury updates on Alex Bregman, a new injury from the rotation that is very, very ill-timed. And then we're going to talk about the Red Sox loss to the San Francisco Giants. But before we get into that, we are 100. I repeat, 100 subscribers away from our next major milestone of 3,000 subscribers. You guys have no idea how big of a milestone that is for this channel and for myself at Chat Sports. So if you are one of 100 people watching this that has never subscribed to this channel, I'm looking at the new viewers right now. If you have never subscribed to this channel, consider hitting that subscribe button because we are bringing you daily Red Sox coverage every single day. Even when I've been at a wedding for the past day and a half, we're bringing you coverage every day. And guys, in less than a week, I will be boots on the ground at Fenway Park, giving you all the coverage from Boston. So don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button right now. We got an injury update on Alex Bregman. That is the headline of this video. That is the biggest thing we're talking about in this video. Alex Cora gave us a major update on Alex Bregman before yesterday's game. Here's what he had to say. He said, we're getting closer for him to join us. I'm not saying it's going to happen this week or the week after, but it feels like it's going to be sooner rather than later. And Cora wasn't the only one to tease a return. Alex Bregman a few days ago posted a photo on Instagram of him rounding the bases after a home run with the battery charging emoji and a demon emoji. Is he hinting at a possible return coming up soon? We know he was supposed to get tests a few days ago, and I actually think that Instagram post happened after those tests. So from everything that we're seeing, it seems like his rehab is going incredibly well. He's feeling really good, and we talked about it last week. He's been doing so well that he might skip a rehab assignment altogether and he might just rejoin the major league team. So it seems and it appears like Alex Bregman, this key cog in your system, this key member of not just your offense but your defense, getting him back on this team in this lineup is of paramount importance because he has a bat, right-handed bat, that you desperately need. And with how atrocious your defense was this past weekend, specifically at second base, how much better would you feel moving Marcelo Meyer over to second, having Bregman at third? That would be absolutely incredible. Him getting back sooner rather than later is incredible news. It seems like, he didn't say it specifically, but it seems like from all the reports that we got, that the test that Bregman had went really, really well. So it remains to be seen how long it's going to take. It might be another few weeks, but I think we're trending in the right direction in terms of Alex Bregman rejoining the Red Sox very, very soon. You let me know, though. Is Alex Bregman back before the MLB All-Star break? When is the All-Star break? It's coming up. It's next month. We are less than a month away from the MLB All-Star break. The All-Star game is on the 15th of July. It is currently the 22nd of June when I am filming this. This will go out on the 23rd. Is Bregman back before that? So we're less than a month away. But what do you think? Why for yes and for no? Why, yes, you think he's going to be back, and no, you do not think he's going to be back. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's YouTube video. What that means, YouTube is going to play an ad right now in a few seconds. When the ad plays, don't click off the ad. Let the ad play. It actually helps us here at the Red Sox Rundown make more videos for you guys. So let the ad play, and while it plays, take advantage of that time. Go down, answer this question. I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. Okay, let's talk about the not as positive injury update, and that is revolving around Hunter Dobbins. The Red Sox said it themselves. Hunter Dobbins was placed on the 15-day IL, retroactive to June 21st, with a right elbow strain. Boston recalled Richard Fitts from Worcester. He's back up on the Major League roster. He should be making a start any day now, I would assume, in place of Dobbins for his allotted spot. But this is concerning. Anytime it's an elbow, it's concerning. Even if they say it's just an elbow strain, we don't know. Has he gotten the proper imaging? Has he gotten the MRI? Do we know the full severity of the elbow strain? Here's another reason to be concerned. Dobbins had Tommy John in March of 2021. He missed the entire 2021 season. So he has a history already. So anytime you hear elbow, Anytime you hear pitcher, elbow injury going on the IL, you have to hold your breath. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to need Tommy John or internal brace or that his season's over or anything. All we know, right elbow strain. It could just be those 14 days and then he's back. I don't know. But it always does raise some alarm bells, at least a few, when an elbow is involved. Not ideal, to say the least. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying that anything's happening. I don't know. But again, anytime you hear any sort of elbow injury with a pitcher, it's at least a little bit concerning until you get all of the details. So me personally, I'm going to be holding my breath until we find out, what an MRI says, what anything says. Did he get additional testing? What's the news? And as soon as we get the news, I will make a short on it. So that's another reason why you subscribe. But Dobbins has been one of your most consistent pitchers in the rotation this year. He has consistently come out and put up good games. He's had a few where he's struggled, but again, we're talking about just pure consistency. It's been Crochet and it's been Dobbins, in my opinion. I think every other pitcher has been very sporadic, very up, down, up, down, up, down. Dobbins and Crochet have been your two most consistent starting pitchers this season, which is honestly surprising because Hunter Dobbins is a rookie. Hunter Dobbins is a rookie, and he has been your second most consistent starting pitcher. If you lose him for a period longer than that 15-day IL stint, that is going to be concerning, and I do worry about your rotation. Now, Richard Fitts is back, though. He was able to properly ramp up in AAA after he had that abysmal performance a few weeks ago. And getting him back is a boost. That is good because, again, he was another one of your relatively consistent pieces of the lineup. And then he got hurt. He went on the IL. He rushed back too quickly, and he kind of imploded and didn't pitch well at all. So now that he's back, he's been ramped up. He's got his confidence back. He should slot in right where Hunter Dobbins was, and hopefully he pitches well. This is why pitching depth is so important, because you never know when someone is going to have to go on the IL. And another thing, Tanner Houck is on rehab assignment right now too. He should be back within the next week or so as well, I would assume. Obviously they're trying to figure some stuff out with him and figure that out. That wasn't really an injury. We all know that was kind of a phantom IL thing, but if he has worked through his stuff and he comes back and he pitches at a level that he did last year, great. The more the merrier. Bring him back. But again, Hunter Dobbins, right elbow strain, 15-day IL, retroactive to the 21st. We'll see. I'm holding my breath. Hopefully there's no structural damage. Hopefully there's nothing wrong. And he'll be back within the next few weeks. But again, until we know, I will be holding my breath to see what happened. Just show Hunter Dobbins some love. I want to send out the good vibes, show him some love. Just go down below in the comments, spam the 73s in the comments. That's his number, 73. Just go type it in the comments as many times as possible, because if he happens to watch this video, I want him to see the love. So show him some love, type those 73s, show Hunter Dobbins some love. And like I already said, if there is an injury news, if we get an update on Hunter Dobbins, I will post a video here on the channel. That's another reason why you subscribe, because it's free updates, injury updates, trade news, trade rumors. Anytime something happens around the Red Sox, you're going to get a video in some way, shape, or form, whether that be short form, whether that be long form. In some way, shape, or form, I will have you covered instantly. Don't miss out. Again, 100 subscribers away from 3,000 subscribers. That is a huge milestone for the channel. So if you love the Red Sox, if you want daily updates around the team, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Okay, let's talk about it. Red Sox lose 9-5. Lose the series to the San Francisco Giants. A series that you probably should have won. I'm just going to say it like it is. You probably should have swept, because the game 2 days ago, it's a David Hamilton error that leads to Rafael Devers coming up to the plate and hitting a 2-run home run, which was the difference in the game. You should have won that game 2-1. And then today, you give the Giants 5 unearned runs. 5 of the 9 that they scored. Is that correct? Yes, that is correct. 5 of the 9 runs that they scored were unearned runs. If you take those 5 unearned runs out, you win this game 5-4. I mean, this was one of the most sloppy games we've seen, honestly, probably all season. I talked about this in the short. I want to pull the tweet up again. Follow me on Twitter at Jack Lauderay if you've not already. That's going to be down in the comments and description of this video as well. So here's the tweet. You had 2 ejections, Jarren Duran and Alex Cora. Now, I will say those ejections were completely justified. The umpiring in this game, in this series, was god awful. It was horrible. It was some of the worst umpiring I've ever seen. That doesn't mean that's not the reason why you lost the games, though. I want to make that abundantly clear because, again, it's errors, it's unearned runs. Like, those are the reasons why you lost these games. But I mean, it's just like objectively, the umpiring was horrible this entire series. Jarren Duran was safe when he tried to extend that double. He was safe. He was. I don't know what the point of replay is if you clearly see on the replay he's safe and then they still say he's out. I don't know what the point of replay is. If you're not going to get it right, then why do we have it? That makes no sense. So those 2 ejections were completely justified. They still happened, though, which is not great. 3 base running errors. You send Abraham Toro, he gets thrown out, or he runs out of the base path, whatever. Romy Gonzalez gets picked off with 2 outs when he's on first base. And then I'm going to consider Jarren Duran stretching that double as a base running error. If Jarren Duran can beat that out. But in that situation, I know you're trying to spark something and start something to happen. Just get on base. Just get on base to start the inning. Just get on base, because then it led to this domino effect that just, you knew after that the game was over. You knew there was no chance they were coming back. It was not happening. 2 fielding errors, which turned into 5 unearned runs. That's a disaster of a baseball game from the Boston Red Sox. It is. And it's unfortunate because Lucas Giolito threw a relatively good game. I'm not going to say he threw a gem of a game or anything like that. He gave you 6, only 4 hits, only 2 walks, only 2 earned runs of the 4 that he gave up. Any other day of the week, I'm taking that from him. That's 3 straight outings where he's gone 6 or more. And he looked relatively good for the entire game. And then offensively, you out-hit the Giants. You had 12 hits to their 11. You did strike out 11 times, which I don't love to see. But, the Red Sox were pressing offensively up until, the 7th inning. They were, fighting back and forth with the Giants. They were up at one point 4-3. I mean, they had the lead. It's just the sloppy mental errors. It's the little league errors that do you in. And those games have added up very quickly for the Red Sox this year. They have. And I said this in yesterday's video, and I'm going to say it again because I truly believe it. When you get to the end of the season, and God forbid, you miss out on the wild card by a half a game or a game. God forbid that happens. If that happens, you look back on a game like today's or yesterday's. You look back on a game like 2 days ago. You look back on this Giants series that you probably should have swept. And you're like, if we win those games, we're in the playoffs. There's plenty of time. But the ramifications of this game in particular are pretty large. You fall out of the wild card spot, which is fine. You're only a half game back, not a big deal. You now fall 6 games back of the Yankees. So, okay, not ideal. You lose an entire game. But it's also the vibes. This is the last time you're going to see Rafael Devers the rest of the year. Thank God. I'm done talking about him. I'm done with all of you in the comments complaining about me talking about him. This is the biggest story in baseball, and it happens to be revolving around our team. I'm going to talk about it. You guys are I'm on my last nerve with some of you in the comments, because why would I not talk about the best player on the team that just got traded less than a week ago, then playing the team that next week? Why would I not talk about that? I think it's kind of ridiculous that you guys complain about that, but it is what it is. We're not seeing him for the rest of the year, so there's no more talk of him. If you would have gotten the upper hand and won this series, let alone swept this series, you give yourself so much more confidence finishing out this road trip than you have now. You leave San Francisco and you head to LA tonight feeling utterly demoralized because you lost 2 straight games that you should have won. And it wasn't because you weren't hitting the ball or this or that or the other thing. It's because of errors and sloppy play and mental mistakes. It's just frustrating, man. It's frustrating to watch that on the field. It's frustrating to watch that product because you know You know they can be good. You know this. Like, but they lose these games. They lose these games. And you know, they've shown some good fight over the past few weeks, but then they pull this again, and you're like, oh, God, here we go. You desperately need Alex Bregman back. You know, you desperately need to make some moves at the deadline, because as it stands right now, this is not a playoff team. And we know this. We know that this team is not a playoff team, how they stand right now. But you make a few moves, they might be. I do want to give some flowers, though. I do want to give a few flowers. Refsnyder hits a home run. Romy Gonzalez hits a home run. Ceddanne Rafaela hits a home run. They hit a home run. I mean, again, the offense played well today. Roman Anthony walks twice. Like, you know, he did well today. Carlos Narvaez had a multi-hit game. Abraham Toro had a multi-hit game. Nate Eaton had a multi-hit game. Like, you know, there was some positives to be said. Again, it's a positive game. You score 5 runs. You out-hit the Giants. Like, that's positive, but it's the errors, man. It's the errors that killed you. And they did once again. All right, I'm going to end the video, but first I'm going to ask you, predict the Red Sox record against the Angels. Let's look. I don't think we have starters yet for this, but I'm just going to look and see anyways. I don't think starters have been announced. Walker Buehler pitches today. I would assume Crochet goes on Tuesday. And then I would assume on Wednesday, it's Richard Fitts on Wednesday. So Buehler, Crochet, Fitts. You let me know in the comments, predict their record. I'm going to go 2-1. I think they probably lose the Buehler start. They win the Crochet start. I'm going to say they win the Fitts start. I'm going to say they win the Fitts start, have an awesome getaway day, head home, get back to Fenway, finish off this West Coast road trip with a winning record. You let me know down below in the comments. Predict the Red Sox record in this 3-game series against the Angels. That's going to be it, guys. That's where I'm going to end it. Thank you all so much for taking the time to watch the video. I really do appreciate it. We're going to be back tomorrow with another video. We'll have a short later tonight recapping the game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video. Go Sox.